Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go to the the army recruiting place. Pretty much, I'm gonna go when they open, because to. I can't afford to buy a pass, bus and train pass. Not only $3, but I have like six, and I need to save them just in case I get an interview or if I just need it later. If I get on early enough, I can just pretty much just wait around and do something else. Or, I mean, I guess, yeah, just wait around until they open. Yeah. But I can't afford to keep borrowing money. I mean, I technically could, but I'm not going to keep borrowing money just so I end up with nothing after after a few days or a few weeks of doing interviews. Or if I get a job, then I use the money for travel and food. But then if it's another sales job, then it's kind of iffy. Depending on the sales, it could just be as easy as simple and as easy as getting donations, or as challenging as getting somebody signed up for a fucking internet service they don't actually need. It's just, I don't know. At least with the military, all you have to do is be able to do your job and leave. That's it. If you do National Guard, then that's all you're doing. You do your eight weeks of basic, and then 8 weeks of job training, and that's it. You know. Well, I assume, well, I don't know how it works for National Guard. I don't know if maybe you do basic and then you do AIT and then you, and then you go to your unit for a week or 2 weeks, you know, and then you go home and you do it again next month. But from that point, you just do it, one day. Sorry, I yawned. No, one day, 1 week every month, and then you have like 2 weeks or a month of training during the summer. Yeah. I know I can deal with basic again. I've done it before, so I know what everything's like. It's just the issue of if I do it now, then I have to deal with the cold. Which, in all honesty, it's not going to be too bad. It's just my shoulder's fucked up. But it's weird because I feel like it's healing, but it's like in some ways it's not. I don't know. It feels weird when I put it in like slightly awkward positions. It hurts, but I can like lift it up Depending on the angle that I'm using to lift it up, I can lift it up fine. You know. And then I guess, I mean, in this case, it's kind of sadly the PT test has changed. The physical training test has changed. It's more that you're doing. It's not just push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. It's I think the push-ups and sit-ups are gone. If I remember correctly, I don't know. We only did it once, and now it's kind of like a mock thing. It wasn't. It was kind of like a mock test. It wasn't like the real one. So I don't remember everything that happened. The push-ups and sit-ups might still be there. I don't know. I can look it up. I can talk to the recruiter about it too. So that's fine. It's not that big a deal, and honest. I can do it, you know. Plus, I'd at least rather go there and do basic again and struggle through it rather than just stay here and keep consuming resources and borrowing money and trying to find a job while I know people are just low key pissed off with me. You know? At least if I leave, then it just makes everything easier for everyone else. They don't have to deal with me being here and not contributing anything. And on the upside, whenever I finish, then I'll have money to be able to get a car again or get this one fixed. Start paying on it again. You know? And then, yeah. Yeah. You know? Best part is, because I live in Dallas, then technically don't really need help getting anywhere. You know, the airport is connected to the fucking train station pretty much. Not connected to it, but like you leave out. There's like a specific entrance you leave out from, and the station's like around the corner. But yeah. And then also like if I do, let's say I went to a recruiter tomorrow. Fuck. Oh my god, words. Blah. Let's say I went to a recruiter tomorrow, right? Well, I am going to one tomorrow, but let's say when I go to one tomorrow, and we have a talk tomorrow, and then let's say I can ship out the following week. Would make sense, but let's just say that somehow, like the earliest is like next week if we get all the stuff done, the maps, um, assessments, paperwork, everything all done, you know. Um, that just means that I would only have to deal with basic in the cold. Everything else would be fine because it would kind of be warming up. Yeah. Then again, I'm also assuming like winter months, winter as like strictly these 4 months. November, well, technically October, September, November, December. Because I don't know, technically, at least up north, it gets cold around October. But south, you start feeling the chill around October, but it's more so September and November, at least in Texas. You know, but I kind of assume everywhere along the south is the same. Um, but yeah, I don't know. On the upside, it won't just be you dealing with all the bullshit. It'll be you and other people. So there's camaraderie there, you know? I guess that's it though. Yeah. I'd much rather just deal with the fucked up shoulder, be able to have money to get it checked out. Um, oh, I don't know. It's not even that fucked up. It's just, I just need to stop sleeping on it, and it'll probably just heal over time. But I can still do push ups, I can do pull ups. Squats don't require your arms really. Um, yeah. Yeah, plus there's someone holding your feet down, so. So yeah, it's not that bad. It wouldn't be that bad. I've gone through all this before, so I can do it again. I just gotta focus on the money, and that'll be it. Plus, um, I get a bunch of soaps, and I get journals, and notebooks, and pens and pencils. So that's cool. Basically, to when you go to basic, uh, and AIT, well, AIT you kind of have like your own freedom a little bit more, but when you go to basic, there's like a certain, well, yeah, like at a certain point, every once in a while you go to like this little store. Basically, it's like a little soldier store. You go in, you get your little shopping cart, and you can just buy whatever's there. They have notebooks, they have soap, they have all kinds of stuff. You know, but you only go there like every other week or something. You know, or whenever it is, I forget. But yeah, um, yeah, but it's overall like a weirdly enough, it's a fun experience. It's like a, yeah, it's a weird, yeah, it's I don't know. Weirdly enough, it's an overall fun experience. Wouldn't mind doing it again, especially the money. But yeah, that's it. That's what 800 times four, cause that's 8 weeks. 800. No, cause that's 800. So 1600. It's 800 every 2 weeks. So 1600 times four. That's 4,000, 6,000, 6,400. That's assuming obviously you don't use any of it, but I pretty much make a point of using like a max of 400 on like stuff I'm buying. You know, other than that, you don't have a need to buy stuff in basic or AIT. You know, all your food and stuff's provided for you. And once because I would be National Guard, um, uh, once Once I get finished with the training, then that's a nice little 500 every month from training. I think it's like $100 a day or something. You're doing it for a week. So yeah, it's like 500 or 700 ish Deleros. So that, I mean, that covers food, gas, you know. The training money that would cover getting a car, getting a car fixed, and then the 500 that covers food and gas. So, I mean, technically, I would be living out of my car like I want to, but for virtually free, you know. I just gotta go talk to a recruiter and see what I need to do to get back in. That's it. Thank you for listening.